Hello, everyone, and happy Friday. So welcome back to Tea Time at 10. And we're having it today, and today is Friday. It's our last one of Summer Kids Club. We are so happy you guys are joining us today. It's been such a pleasure. Hopefully you guys saw our video of our introductions of all of the wonderful and fabulous people, well, most of the people who could be there, who helped make SKC happen this year and who helped put this on. Make sure you guys all had your backpacks. So we hope you guys got to see some of those beautiful faces today. And so for our last and final tea time, we have a wonderful, fabulous special guest named Kristi Binderup. She was on our morning video this morning, and she is going to be sharing some information with all of you guys about social emotional cues and how to read them while wearing masks, among other important topics. So I'm going to hand it over to her, and she's going to take it away.
Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm going to be sharing about masks, because that's going to be a big thing when children do start school. And I'm actually going to share my screen because I have a little resource. I will be giving Larissa and Paige the links to these resources so that you guys can download them and use them as necessary. And I will share my screen right now. So the first one that I'll be sharing is helping children understand emotions when wearing masks. This is really important because that's one of the biggest concerns for children this age. You know, your little one's going to be going off to kindergarten, or for some of you maybe returning to Head Start, and we may have to wear masks, and so we have to teach them about mask wearing. Before I get into the handout, I'm actually going to talk about some different mask ideas. So this is a mask, you know, and when I wear it, you can see my eyes and my face, but you can't see my mouth or anything. It's one tip that I have for children is that it's really, really important that you find a mask that fits. There's different types of masks that you can purchase. So this is a mask that I purchased for my granddaughter that she likes okay, and it works. She puts it on, and then you kind of pull it out. This works pretty well. She was actually given this one. She actually prefers this one. So this one has a lot more room for her face. It doesn't suck into her nose, and it goes really nice and tight around her ears. Some children may be concerned about things being on their ears, or they may have hearing aids or wear glasses, and that can make mask wearing really, really challenging. So some great teachers have come up with some ideas for helping that. There's, you can get a little strip of material and sew 2 little buttons onto it, and they're kind of called ear protectors. I've seen some people wearing a hat with buttons again on the hat so that the mask is actually attached to the hat. I also have this type of mask. So this one, and I have one for my granddaughter as well. And this one goes around your neck, and then you scrunch it down and you put it over your face like this, and it covers your nose and your mouth and down around your chin. It's tight right here. For me, this ended up being the most comfortable, and I wear hearing aids, so it was great because I don't have to worry about my hearing aids flying off into the wild blue yonder. So now I'm going to get on to the rest of the this little handout that I have. So one of the most important things is practicing emotional expressions when wearing a mask. So have your child wear a mask, and you can wear a mask. This actually says to do it in front of a mirror, but like smile real big, like I'm excited, and point out. See my eyes and my eyebrows get really wide, and my hands are really wide. Or I'm mad. And you're just like, see my eyebrows, they go down. I'm feeling mad. Just really pointing out the eye expressions of your face, because they don't have your mouth to look at right now. Another one is using ASL. So ASL is American Sign Language. And so like mad is you put your hand like this and you go, I'm mad. Or I'm sad, and you do your sad eyes, you know, like really do your expression, exaggerate your expression. I'm sad, or I'm happy, or I'm being silly. But try to really point out your eyes, and you can Google. Like I'm just going to show you real quick. I think I hope it switched over. This is, you can just Google feelings, ASL feelings, and it comes up with so many choices of how to do that. You can share that with your kids. Sign language is really great for children. Again, increase your gestures, use your whole body to talk. Another good sign language that we will probably be learning in school is stop. And this is a fun one you can actually do. You know how we play what's the game? Red light, green light. So you would say, okay, go, 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 stop. And so like kind of play around with that so that children can get used to wearing a mask and playing and being aware of other senses that and other like body language that we use. So this tip sheet is just really great. Just it goes over increased use of gestures, talk about your feelings as much as possible. If possible, have emotion cards and hold them up next to your face, like I'm feeling happy, or oh, I'm sad. You know, and also use your language and your body language. Let's see. Again, just talking about emotions a lot. This age group, we need to talk about the language of emotion a lot so that children are always practicing. I love this little picture right here of the little girl. She's got her mask on. Her dolls have their mask on. Any kind of pretend play where children can use a mask. And I got on Pinterest, and they have this way, there's no sewing involved. They just used a little piece of material, and they folded it up a certain way, and they put a rubber band right here and just folded it in, and a rubber band over here, and they fit that over the doll's mouth for a little doll, an instant doll mask. So there's really easy ways to do the masks. And playing with them on their stuffed animals, playing with them on their dolls. That's how children learn best, is through play. And so they're gonna get used to wearing a mask. My granddaughter, who is 7 years old, will actually forget that she's wearing this mask. And I think it's because it has that more room for her. She actually forgets that she's wearing this mask, and we're in the car, and I'm like, you can take your mask off now. But she would have worn it all through the school, all through the store, and is comfortable and doing okay. So practice makes perfect. One thing we need to remember is that while in our culture, it is not typical for us to have our face covered up, in many other cultures, they live their whole lives with their face covered, and they learn their emotions. And these are some of the ways that they do that. So another thing that I'm going to share, and will be posted, is a social story about wearing masks. Social stories are a really, really great way for children to learn any kind of social or routine, or social rules or routines. They're great for all children, but especially those little guys who need just a little bit of extra help. Maybe they have autism and they're a little bit more worried about masks, or they have anxiety. So social stories are really, really great for sharing that. So this one is from the National Center Pyramid Model Implementation. It's found at challengingbehavior.org. Again, we will be posting it. It's about wearing masks. Sometimes I wear masks for fun. I might wear masks for dress up, playing with friends, or going to parties. Sometimes masks cover your eyes, your whole face, or just your mouth. I have seen my doctor, nurse, and dentist wear masks. So I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it just goes on about talking about wearing masks, staying strong, where you might wear your mask, what children might see when they're outside of home. It's just a really great way to help reduce some of the anxiety that children might have around mask wearing. And just about how it takes care of people, and it's just a lot of fun. So, and it has these great pictures. I will also show, because another thing that is going to be happening is most of our school districts are not opening up with live instruction, with in-person instruction. They will be opening up virtually. So many of you have probably been thinking about this and worrying about this. This is another social story from also from the National Center for Pyramid Model Implementation, and it's "Why Can't I Go to School?" And it just talks about most days I go to school, because all of our children mostly have gone to school. So they're expecting to go to school. It talks about what they like to do. I like to play with my friends. My teachers love me a lot. I can't go to school right now. At school, there are a lot of other children. When a lot of children are together, they sometimes share sneezes and coughs. Sharing sneezes and coughs can make everyone sick. Really a good, safe story. It doesn't bring in scary things, but it really makes an understanding, help children understand why we're not going to school. There are also a couple other there's the one about social distancing. There's one about washing hands. This one about washing, I can be safe and healthy by washing my hands. And I really like, it has like the little germs you can't see. Talks about washing for 20 seconds, when you're going to wash your hands. It has several pages about when you're going to wash your hands. And then says, this is my favorite page, I think. Not only is this a great picture of, what looks like maybe grandpa and grandson, but it says, sometimes I don't want to wash my hands, but I know if I wash my hands, I can stay safe and healthy, and I can keep others safe too. I think that empowers children to want to wash their hands because they're helping keep others safe. And it's the same thing with the mask. The mask was very similar. And now I'm going to switch gears just a little bit again, and I'm going to go to greetings. This is a really great way for you to support your children for when they do return to class, or if they do see their teacher or a friend at the store or out in public. These are different greetings that would be appropriate during this time when we have to social distance. And it's a little board, and it just says, you can smile at your friend. Of course, you're gonna have to talk about, if you're wearing a mask, how you smile at a friend. You can put your hand on your heart, and you guys can make your own secret greeting too. You could give an air hug. That air hug is a big thing. It's been in my family for years and years because, of course, I had a little boy who is now 23, not so little, but he didn't want to hug or anything, when he got to a certain age. So we used to do a little air hug, like that air hug to say goodbye. So air hugs are perfectly safe. Give a superhero salute, thumbs up, blow a kiss, elbow bump, and you could just wave hello. So those are some things that you can talk to your children about. It seems really obvious to us, but for little guys, they're 4 and 5 years old, it may not be that obvious to them. So we have to really kind of spell it out. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. And so that is my little spiel on preparing your kids for kindergarten with masks, with social distancing, and with maybe if they're not going to start school. So there you go.
Thank you so much, Kristi. That was wonderful. And you provided some really great handouts. And I love that you found a resource that parents can easily print out if they wanted to, of a story. Because we've talked about this before. sometimes talking about it and then reinforcing it with picture images and reading a story together, or looking at going on, what did we call that? I can't remember now, but we call it
a picture walk.
And picture walk. I don't know why it just escaped me, but we call it a picture walk, and we look at those images and we talk about what they mean. And I think that's a really helpful tool for children and for parents, you know, because sometimes you need that extra visual. So I really appreciate you doing that. And like Kristi said, these are all resources that we will attach in links below this video so that you guys can access them. And it looks like they are both in English and Spanish. So depending on your guys' home language, it's going to be available to you. Kristi, this was so much fun. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, I just want to say thank you for participating in this program, and I wish everyone, all of our students who are going on kindergarten, the best of luck in their future careers and classrooms, and I hope they have a lot of fun. And I do want to say, remember that children this age learn best through play. I cannot say that enough. They are learning so much. When you send them outside to play, when they are bored and they're wanting to be on screen time, try to resist the urge, because it's really, really good for them to be bored. That's why they have the saying, boredom is the mother of invention. Or at least that's what I say. So I say, let children be bored. Let them figure out how to entertain themselves by creating new and engaging activities on their own, because they are learning so much that way. All right, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kristi. And thank you again for everyone who's tuned in for the months of summer and who participated in the Summer Kids Club. We appreciate your attendance. We appreciate your guys' comments and questions and poll taking. You guys are wonderful. And that about wraps it up. Thank you guys so much. Bye.